Hi everyone, hear me out here, okay? At this point, Isekai has evolved to the point that it has become a genre of its own. Sure, everyone knows this. But the way I see it, it has grown to the point that Isekai the genre has gained subgenres. I mean, you see it everywhere. Fantasy Isekai, power trip Isekai, comedy Isekai, serious Isekai, reverse Isekai, time travel Isekai, villainess Isekai, ecchi Isekai, video game Isekai, and even insert random item Isekai. And these are just a few of the more common subsects of Isekai that you could find out in the wild. But I'm here today to talk about a super small yet dastardly delicious subset of Isekai that I like to call Cheeky Little Girl Breaks the World Power Balance. I mean, it's so small that out of all the Isekai I've watched, which is a lot, I was only able to find about 3.5 Isekai that truly fit the description. Now, this subsect is good, but it has criminally few iterations. So I'm here today to bring awareness to this amazing subsect of Isekai that everyone should be enjoying. So join me on this journey as I explain the delicate intricacies that make up and build this beautiful subsect of Isekai. So what exactly do we mean by Cheeky Little Girl Breaks the World Power Balance? Well, it's that delightful scenario where a pin-sized protagonist armed with innocence and a sparkle of mischief manages to shake up the established order of their anime universe. And I've broken it down into three main parts that, if an anime fulfills all of them, you can commonly say that is one of the few Cheeky Little Girl Breaks the World Power Balance anime. So, starting off, we have the most important, it's an Isekai. I mean, yeah, it's kind of necessary for the anime to be an Isekai, and even though I would watch an anime about a cute girl with the power of Lord Shadow going up to the UN and breaking the world governments, that probably won't be made, so it's gotta be an Isekai. Anyways, we got rule number 2, and this one is the second most important, only because being sent to another world is an Isekai, so without number 1, number 2 really wouldn't make any sense. Anyways, number 2 is the girl wasn't sent to the world to be a hero that saves all, but instead she's just trying to have fun and chill. In most cases, the reason for the Isekai is the god takes pity on our MC, or just accidentally kills them in one case. But this rule is super important because everything our MC does is for themselves. Because they're never bogged down by having to be a hero and save the country from a demon lord, they can do whatever they want. And because the MC is overpowered, she can do whatever she wants without anyone telling her otherwise. This rule really feeds into the cheekiness part. They only want what they want and don't really care about the standards and whatnot, so they're quite irrelevant to authority and rules. Also, most of the time the MC is both a genius and a fool. I mean, bringing over knowledge from our world combined with their overpowered abilities is enough to make anyone a genius in the Middle Ages. But I'd really be human, and most of the time our MC gets tunnel visioned and can't see simple solutions right in their face. But this duality really adds to the cheekiness. Anyways, for rule number 3, the MC must always gain a group of friends that, for some reason, always include kids, whomst she will always protect, and if anyone does anything to them, fit hits the shan. Usually the MC is just chilling, changing the very nature of the world she lives in, and some people don't take kindly to that. So they decide to hurt the less powerful peeps that are close to them. This then causes our MC to lose her mind and mess things up. Anyways, this one is important because it brings more purpose to the show and characters. It also brings a big juxtaposition to the MC, because a cute little girl chillin' turns into a maniac that can destroy the world in an instant. Why do dumb rulers hurt overpowered girls' close friends? Well, they're dumb. I just said that. Are you even paying attention? Anyways, yeah, when the show hits this point, it's usually endgame, where you get to see puppy-kicking douchebags get the puppies kicked out of them, and honestly, I think everyone loves that stuff. But yeah, I just love these types of shows because they're goofy but easily have the ability to go off the walls. Like, they start cute and chill, but out of nowhere things just hit the fan, and dear god, how did we get to this point? This girl was just chilling and messing around doing her own thing, and now Jeebus cribes. Hopefully with all of that, you know what it means for an anime to be a cheeky little girl breaks the world power balance. So, what are some shows that fit this description? Well, if you've been paying attention, I've been showing different shows on screen while talking. So, let's start with the 3.75 anime at the beginning. And yes, I'll explain why there's a 0.75. Anyways, the shows are I Shall Survive Using Potion, which a comment from the show gave me the idea for this video, so thanks for that one, mate. The next is Saving 80,000 Gold in Another World for My Retirement, then Kuma 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 Bear, and the 7.5 in question, I've been killing slimes for 300 years and maxed out my level. These shows are the 4 shows that I, from all my Isekai viewing, think fit the criteria. For Saving Gold, this show really takes all the rules to heart, and if I had to summarize it in 4 words, it'd be capitalism in another world. Cause this girl takes doing things for herself to a different level. Not just that, she hits all the rules flawlessly. She doesn't get summoned to a different world, but instead accidentally combines with a piece of an interdimensional being, thus allowing her to travel between her world and a different one. And instead of doing the usual making and selling things from Earth in a different world, she straight up brings new products from Earth to the new world, at a remarkable markup, of course. Anyways, the whole things going crazy aspect hits the nail directly on the head. Like, for the final battle, she straight up brings a whole army from Earth to fight an evil force attacking a kingdom that she lives in. Like, what are we watching here? Gate? Yeah, this one is just really a great watch and truly fits the concept. Next is the Surviving Using Potions anime. Despite having a not-so-amazing visual quality, this anime hits all the points with flying colors in just the first 7 episodes. I mean, this girl gets isekai'd specifically because a god killed her by mistake. Then, when talking to the god of a diff world, she instantly starts her just for me cheeky spree by berating the god of the world until she gets OP abilities to make her life super easy. If being irreverent to the authority of a god ain't cheeky, I don't know what is. She also wins a war by committing multiple war crimes, from poisoning wells to using napalm, but last time I checked, the UN doesn't care about what happens in other worlds, so she's safe. And checked to the last one with a group of friends as well. Though she doesn't do much of the fighting on her own, she does send her comrades to do the work for her. But yeah, this show just hits every mark amazingly, so it's a great watch. Number 3 is Kuma 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 Bear, or in English, just Bear, 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 Bear. Yeah, the naming senses with these shows are just kind of something if you ask me. Anyways, this one has less of toppling nations, but more of beating up multiple just douchebags, like honestly. And also blatant disregard for the ecosystem and rules for the kingdom. I mean, this MC just straight up digs a hole through a mountain so she could get some good food. Did she even consider the ramifications? No, she didn't. But yeah, this one is more in tune with the basic isekai, being the only one of the 4 that employs the use of an adventurer skill for the express purpose of adventures. She's just really cheeky and has blatant disregard for anything, so it counts. Finally, we have our 7.5, which is Killing Slimes. So why do I consider this 7.5? Well, on a purely technical level, it hits all the requirements. Isekai? Check. Sent to chill and do her own thing? Check. Gains a group of friends that she then has to inevitably protect by defeating a ruling force in that world? Check. So all of that is technically hit, but it's slightly off the mark. She doesn't change the ruling structure of the world, but instead just rises to the top of it. So did she change the world's power balance? Kind of, because she's at the top. Is she cheeky? Yes, because she has blatant disregard for the rules of the world and lives by her own tune. But she's also super nice, so it kind of takes over the cheeky aspect. But this show hits enough of the marks that I wouldn't feel right putting it lower than the others. I mean, most other anime are missing a whole rule, while this one hits them all but just doesn't get them 100%. With that being said, this anime rocks regardless, and this is my video, so I'm putting it with the rest and you can't stop me. Anyways, if you watched one or all of the anime I listed above and like them, I'm happy to say that you probably enjoy this concept as well. I mean, why wouldn't you? This concept even permeates other anime as well, to a lesser extent of course. Look at Ascension of Bookworm. She was into a world to have fun, but she's not that cheeky. She does challenge the social norms by being a commoner that has magic powers, but she really doesn't topple any kingdoms or stuff like that. But some essence is there. Also, look at the Saint's magic powers omnipotent. Though she was summoned there for the express purpose of being the hero or the saint, she really doesn't do many saintly things and just goes on missions once in a while. Otherwise, she's doing what she loves, making potions at the magic potion facility. And even though she's not cheeky in the sense that's prevalent in the rest of these anime, she does disregard many customs and responsibilities just because she wants to. There's even Tear Moon Kingdom. Though not technically an isekai, she was sent back in time in order to change the future. And she's cheeky as all hell. Despite, trying to avoid her death, she's just the goofiest and cheekiest character there is, and I just love her. Anywho, a lot of great isekai have bits and pieces of these rules in them, and putting all the rules together with full force just causes an amazing anime to be made, and I'm all here for it. Now that we've established the rules and examples of the cheeky little girl breaks the world power balance concept, let's delve deeper into what makes the niche so intriguing. First off, at its core, these isekai break away from the conventional narrative structure that plague many other in its genre. These girls are unburdened by the weight of being chosen heroes or the responsibility of saving the world from impending doom. Instead, they're free to live their life on their own terms. And isn't that really the point of isekai, escaping another world to be free and happy? Most isekai aren't really a full escape, because most protagonists do need to defeat a boss, and they have things they have to do. Even in one of the most chill isekai, Konosuba, they have the end goal of beating the Demon King. All of them are shackled by things they have to do, but these isekai have no demon lord to defeat, no prophesized destinies to fulfill, just a cheeky little girl with the power to rewrite her story. Like Eminence in the Shadow, Sid's free to do what he pleases, and honestly, his antics are some of the funniest things to watch. And now that you think about it, Eminence in the Shadow basically fits these requirements perfectly, so that's something. All I'm saying is the absence of a grand mission allows these characters to fully embrace the essence of escapism. They're not bound by obligations, and their actions are not dictated by a premeditated fate. This freedom opens the door for endless possibilities, and it's this unpredictability that keeps viewers on the edge of their seats, wondering what adventure our chief protagonist will embark on next. Truly though, the charm of these isekai lies in the seamless combination of freedom and cheekiness. It's not just about the absence of a grand quest, it's about the mischievous spirit of the protagonists as they navigate through these fantastical realms. Their cheekiness adds a layer of humor and unpredictability to the narrative, making every episode a delightful surprise. These girls aren't just aimlessly wandering through their new worlds. They have ambition, whether it's accumulating wealth, disrupting social norms, or simply living life to the fullest. Their cheekiness is a driving force that propels the story forward. The clash between their carefree attitudes and the structure of the worlds they inhabit creates amazing entertainment. So again, the appeal of Cheetah Little Girl Breaks the World Power Balance is rooted in the juxtaposition of innocence and mischief. It's the joy of watching a character with overwhelming power approach life with a childlike glee, ignoring the conventions and rules that would typically govern such stories. This unfiltered entertainment, coupled with the cheekiness and personalities of the protagonists, form the backbone of this subgenre. In essence, these isekai redefine the genre by challenging the very foundation of which many isekai stories are built. They invite the viewers into a world where cheekiness reigns supreme, and the only rule is that there are no rules. So, if you're tired of the usual isekai fare and crave something different, the world-breaking escapades of these cheetah little girls might just be what you need. I just love all the shows that follow these rules, including all the ones mentioned above, so if I said anything that makes you want to go watch these shows, go watch them. I'm just about out of time with this video though, so if you have any other anime that might fit this description, you can comment it and give me more stuff to watch. Anywho, I'm Ian Alloy, and bye bye.